everyone. Good afternoon. It's nice to be with you today. Here to talk about Envase BI. Business intelligence looks good on you. And we know that to be true. And we were excited to talk more about how business intelligence using Envase BI can be a huge support to your business in terms of efficiency, time, and save you money, because it'll allow you to see exactly how your revenue and money is being spent. And we'll get into all that in just a little bit. So again, my name is Kevin McCahill. I'm Director of Customer Success here at Envase. Happy to be with you. Glad you could take the time to go over this with us, this fantastic offering that we have available. In a moment, Anthony Hopkins is going to be joining us, one of our BI data engineers. He's going to walk us through just a brief demo, an opportunity to see some of these dashboards, see the capability, what's possible, and how it can help your business. Now, we're using Zoom here. You'll see there is a chat, there's a Q&A. There's all sorts of really nice things there. So I encourage you to use that. We have the professionals here, Anthony, who can answer the questions that you might have. So now is a great time. If you've ever been wondering, you've heard us, your account managers talk about Envase BI. Here you are learning about it. What questions do you have? Now is an excellent time to ask those. All right, so let's talk about this briefly. What is Envase BI? Well, we're hitting on 5 key areas that you can see a real benefit. Simplicity is one. So you're going to see in a moment a lot of beautiful, colorful charts that tell you a lot of things really quickly, that take out of, instead of long spreadsheets, can see in one quick glimpse and apply it to how you want to make your business even more efficient and successful. There's a lot of exporting opportunities, data, dashboards, things that can move, that can share. And of course, we're keeping all this information very up to date because this is connected to your Envase TMS, the TMS that you might be using, so that data goes back and forth. Make sure you have very up to date and timely information so you can make quick decisions. And of course, as it points out there too, now you have all this information. It makes it so much easier to decide what you need to do in terms of your drivers, your revenue, your billing, your customers. All of that is possible. And especially by this 5th advantage here of all the dashboards that Anthony is going to show us here in a moment. Your customers, containers, other equipment, revenue, billing, there's so much there, giving you so much information, can be a huge benefit to your business as we go into 2023. So what do some of these dashboards look like? Well, here's a quick glimpse of everything that's available. Nice high-level reports of billing, on time, a bunch of different things here. That tell us a lot of information. It can be really, really valuable to give you visibility and efficiency for your business. Okay, enough of me talking. That was fun. Let's see it in action. Anthony Hopkins joining us. Anthony, how you doing today?
Good. How's it going, Kevin?
I'm very good. So I'm going to stop sharing, and then I'm going to hand screen control over to Anthony, and he's going to walk us through a quick demo of just what Envase BI can do for you.
Cool. Hi, everybody. As Kevin said, my name is Anthony Hopkins. I'm a data engineer working with Envase. I've been kind of spearheading the Tableau efforts we have going on, which is one of the softwares we use to deploy our product. So I'm going to show 2 dashboards today. If I have a little bit of time, maybe kind of dip around the site so you can see what we have going on. I'm going to show you 2 sets. One is focused on the Profit Tools TMS and one is focused on BI. That's at least what we're using for the demonstration today. Both are going to be using sterilized data. So it's just going to be a lot of fake information, and some of the, as you can see, some of the margins don't necessarily make sense because the numbers are randomized, but we do that for data security. So the intention of Envase BI is exactly what it sounds like, right? Business intelligence. So we offer a standard set of about, I want to say somewhere around 28 to 30 dashboards or views that offer you insight on the data coming out of your TMS so you can make decisions going forward. What you see here is a typical dashboard. So here it's a revenue-focused dashboard. You can see in the upper left-hand corner of this site, you'll see the path that leads you here. I'll go to the home of the page in just a minute, but I'd like to show you dashboard functionality primarily. So all of the Envase BI dashboards have a typical architecture, which is the title. You have the Envase BI logo. You'll have some filtration you can use to control the data, and I'll show you what that looks like. And then you'll have a combination of panels. This would be tabular data that provides you just practical information on what you're looking at. And then sometimes you'll see visualizations that show you what you're looking for. So here it's revenue versus cost by account. It's one of the dashboards we offer. There are actually several, some revenue by cost, by in-gate, by terminal, by container, by date and office, etc. So you can see that we offer interactive functionality to it. So let me show you. So let's say I don't want to see everybody, right? So the dashboard will empty itself out, but I know I want to see customer 19. I know the exact number I want, right? I know the exact customer name I'm looking for, 19671. And let's say I'm interested in these as well. I'll hit apply and they'll populate. So this doesn't react to it. This gives you an overall overview of all your customers and all their margins by location as well. But given the interactivity we like to offer customers, let's say I really want to focus on customer 19671. Boom. It'll show you the margins for that customer specifically. So that's the type of feature that we offer in Envase BI across our dashboards. Not for every single one, but it is typical. You can also control the date ranges that you want to look over. So we're only looking from October 1st to December 31st of 2021. Since this is a static data set, I'm not going to change that. But imagine that if we were using your TMS data, you would be able to control that date range and you'd be able to specify, because we do pull your data daily to the site over the history of what's been in your TMS. So you can look back quite far. But that is a feature that we typically offer on our dashboards, is a date range filter that you can use. So you can make more specific decisions about a given month, or you want to look back in the previous month so you can make projections about the upcoming one. So basic functionality there. Also want to show high level assessment, which is focused on our PT TMS. So you can see here, it's a comprehensive evaluation of all the information coming out of Profit Tools, also a sterilized data set. So I want to look at, I have some pie chart information that shows shipment volumes. Like I said, there's typically tabular information associated with it. So you're not just looking at, panels of numbers. That way you can kind of drill in and see, well, what's causing some of this information on the right-hand side, or it gives you more insight. Like I said, top board of the dashboard, or panel, I should say, is title of the dashboard, Envase logo, and some filtration. Typically, you'll also see a data last updated, let's say, panel in the upper right-hand corner of each dashboard, letting you know when the last time your data was refreshed. As I said, Envase BI is focused on offering you at least a daily refresh of your data, so that way you're staying up to date, and that should reflect that. In this case, it does not, because once again, for our demonstration sites, we use static data, so we don't update it. You'll also see a question mark in the upper right-hand corner of every single dashboard to offer you a purpose, to give you an idea of what you're looking at, and then it'll give you an idea of what interactivity you're looking at. So we see you got amount types, you got shipment types, you have the invoice date filtration as well. Pretty standard stuff. To give you an idea of how the site looks, generally we're coming to a home page where you'll see some favorites. You can go and favorite your, the dashboards you're going to look at often. You have the capability of doing that yourself. The site will sometimes recommend what you should be looking at based on all your users. So let's say you have a handful of users using it. They see everybody's looking at billing summary, right? So they'll recommend it to you. Hey, maybe you should look at billing summary as well. And then, of course, your recently accessed dashboards. So click to explore in standard dashboards. This is our standard suite. Like Kevin mentioned, it's pretty fleshed out. It's a broad range of high level information, driver attendance, driver revenue, drivers not driving, empty containers, important analytics to help you keep up to date and in the know on the different users in your TMS and how your operations are going from day to day. Similar on the PT side, we have some categorization that we're looking to potentially integrate into the other side as well. But it's just a high level categorization. So revenue and shipments, equipment, customers, and contacts. But the dashboards inside are fairly similar. It's just that they have an added layer of foldering. But with that, I will pass it back to Kevin, unless people have more questions.
Hey, that is excellent. Thank you very much. Anthony, walking us through that. I appreciate that. Excellent job. So just to highlight this again one time, just so that he showed us some great stuff that we went through. The simplification, the efficiency, the ease in doing this, and ability to have all those snapshots into what your business is looking like, the health of it every day can have a huge impact on your business. And that's what Envase BI and the team can do. So questions, throw it out to our audience here. Use the Q&A or the chat. What questions might you have? I'd be happy to answer those for our audience now. While you're typing those in, we'll give you a minute to do that. Anthony, I'll ask you this. So sort of with BI, what comes with it? Is there sort of a standard number of dashboards or what's available there?
Yeah, so great question. We offer a standard set of dashboards that we'll provide to anyone that signs up for it. And that will just be canned reports. I think the number, like I said, let me do a quick evaluation here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Yeah, so looking around like 30 dashboards, 30 views. And remember that some of those dashboards have multiple tabs to them. So it's not just a one-for-one. For instance, revenue on the CompCare side of the Envase BI TM, like the Envase BI analysis. One revenue dashboard contains 6 views to help you kind of like change the dimensions of your analytics. So looking at around like 30 dashboards that are standard. We do, however, recognize that the standard dashboards we provide to different customers aren't, totally practical for how everyone runs their business. So we do offer custom reports as well. Our engineering team will work closely with you to help develop a dashboard that suits your needs as closely as we can using the data from the TMS as well.
Excellent. Yeah, that's a great point. So everyone's business is a little bit different. So if you're looking for something custom, that is absolutely possible. 30 different dashboards will cover a lot of the needs that we have, but certainly we can customize too. And then just to make clear, this is for Profit Tools users. It's for CompCare's users. Yeah. It's for hosted users and on-prem as well. We have the ability to make these things work. Now, how about training? Anthony, are there opportunities? You may feel like this is kind of overwhelming here. Do we have opportunities to train users as well? Yeah,
of course. So we recognize that not everyone is going to walk into a BI tool like Envase BI and feel, totally equipped to do the analytics that will, help them make business or, data-driven decisions. So at first, when we first implement your solution, we provide a complimentary training to walk through how to use your site. And then beyond that, our team, is willing to sit down with you. And I think you can contract us to sit down and do more in-depth sessions, but we at least always provide you that initial training to help get you started.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Anthony, for walking us through this. And I just want to highlight there's some email addresses for you as well, especially mine. If you have more interest in this, my email is there. Please do reach out. Or if you want to speak with your existing account manager about learning more about Envase BI, demoing it, trying it out, getting yourself set up, we are more than happy to do that. I am here, Anthony, as well to answer any questions that you might have. So Anthony Hopkins from our BI team, thank you very much for taking the time to go through that with us.
Yeah, of course.
Our attendees as well, thank you for taking the time. We have recorded this, so if you want to watch it back at another time, we'll make sure that's available for you. Again, appreciate all your time and attention. We look forward to working with you more in the future. Hope you all have a great rest of the day. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, of course.